Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Tracy and this is my weekly weigh-in update for Slimming World. So I know I say this every week, but I am going to try and make this a really quick video. I really have to make it really quick this week because I don't have the time to properly edit it or, even film it. I don't really have time to film it. I have so much to do. This week has been such a busy week. I've been really busy at work, launching a new women's wear department all by myself. So I knew going into this week that it was going to be crazy busy at work and hectic, and by the time I came home from work I was going to feel like I couldn't be bothered cooking or anything. So what I'd done to prepare myself and to make sure that I wouldn't fall off track was I just spent Sunday doing housework and stuff obviously, but I just spent Sunday proper meal planning everything and preparing what I could in advance, and that worked really well. I think if you've seen my meals of the week video, I will link it up above and down below. We did have really good meals this week, even though some days I couldn't be bothered. I really couldn't be bothered. I was like, no, I need to get it done. I was determined to stay on track. And I even planned things like my snacks, my lunches and everything else. Another thing that I done this week was I just completely cut out eating after my dinner at night time, like my evening meal. I mean, I do have my evening meal quite late. It's usually between 6:30, 7 o'clock. So there's no reason for me to eat after that time. It is quite a late meal. By the time I was getting home from work, it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock. So that was when I was having my lunch. So it doesn't make any sense to have my dinner a couple of hours later because I'm not really that hungry by like 5 o'clock or something. I usually just give Ali an afternoon snack when he comes home from school, and that keeps him going till tea time. So I did completely cut out even fruit this week. From Monday onwards, I just didn't have anything at all after my dinner, and that, I'm not going to lie, that has been a little bit of a struggle. Some nights, not every night, some nights I've had hunger pangs or like noises going on in my stomach and I'm like, I need to eat something, but I haven't. I've just been so determined this week that I wasn't going to eat after my dinner at night time. And so far so good. I've stuck with that and I plan on sticking with it going forward. Hopefully I can just cut out this whole nighttime snacking and things. I don't even think it has that much an effect on my weight loss, if I'm honest, especially going by this week's weight loss. But I just feel that it's not entirely good for me to be eating like that. And like I said, I think I said it in last week's video, it really does have more of an effect if I do tend to fall off plan. That's when I eat a lot of my junk food and stuff when I'm off plan. And not that I'm planning on falling off plan or that in the near future, but at Christmas time I will have a few days off plan, and if I can nip this eating after dinner time in the bud now, hopefully by Christmas time my body will be so used to it that when I am off plan at Christmas time, my weight gain won't be so much because I'm not eating all the junk at night time. If that makes any sense. It makes sense in my head, and I guess that's all that matters, but I'm trying to explain it for you guys. It probably isn't coming across very well. I'm not the most eloquent person in the world. But like I said, I was really prepared for this week. Made sure that all my meals were going to be on plan and within my sins and everything. I am trying to use quite a lot of sins for lunch and dinner because they're really the only meals that I'm eating every day. Some days I'll wake up and I'll want a breakfast, but generally it's just fruit and yogurt. Actually, speaking about breakfast and lunch, before I forget, if you want to see what I'm having for breakfast, lunch, all the other meals apart from the meals of the week that I post on a Friday here, every other meal I've decided I'm just going to post on Instagram, and I have been a lot more active on Instagram the last couple of weeks than I've been the entire year. I think up until a couple of weeks ago I'd only posted one picture for the entire year, but I do plan on staying more active on Instagram. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want to see what other meals that I'm having, like breakfasts and lunches. There's not going to be any suppers or that. I will put my Instagram handle here, and it's also linked in the description below. And now I went off on a tangent and I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm trying to use a lot of suns for my breakfast and lunch, so I'm not even tempted to use any suns at night time or that. No, not my breakfast and my lunch and my dinner. So I'm not tempted to use any suns at night time because I do feel that if I have a lot of suns left at night time, that's when I'm more likely to be tempted to eat snacks and things like that. But like I said, I'm not even eating fruit at the minute. I am eating fruit, but I'm just not having any after my dinner. I'm just cutting out any kind of food after dinner time. I suppose it is some kind of form of intermittent fasting. I mean, most days I'll not eat between, say, 7 o'clock and when I have my lunch the next day, which is like 2:30, 3 o'clock. That's quite a long time without food, but I generally just don't feel like food. I mean, by the time I come home from work, I am starving, but that's a long time without food. I do survive on coffee during that time though, which is not intermittent fasting. And speaking about coffee, while I'm on that subject, the one struggle that I have had this week, and it's not really a struggle, I've just been sort of tempted, was to buy a latte from, Morrison's do their own lattes. I was going to get one there, or, you know, a local coffee shop or that, just a takeaway latte, because I don't take my travel mug to work anymore, because there's no point, I can't drink on the bus or anything. So the last coffee I have is like 6:30 in the morning, and then I'm not getting one till I get home about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and that's quite a long period of time for me to go without coffee. So like when I have a little break at work, I've been tempted to buy a coffee, a latte or that, and a few times I have been very nearly like, oh, blow the sins, I need a coffee, but I didn't, I resisted. So high five to me, pat on the back for me, because I resisted the coffee. And that has been the only real struggle that I've had this week. I mean, you can get coffees that are within your sin allowance and blah, 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 blah. But like I said, I was prepared for this week, so I had all my sins and everything all planned out. And if I had a coffee, it would have taken me over my sins for that day. So I'm fair away with myself that I managed to resist the coffee. Anyway, this is already getting too long-winded, so let's take a look at what happened when I stepped on the scales this week. So last week I was 10 stone, 12.4 pounds. So let's see what I am this week. 10 stone, 11.8. So I lost 0.6 pound. It wasn't quite half a pound, but it was still a loss, so I am not complaining. I'm over the moon that the figure on the scales is going down. That brings my total loss to 3 stone, 6.2 pounds, and I'm 2.4 pounds away from where I was at the start of July, and I've got 11.8 pounds to go to target. Sorry, I'll have to write this all down so I can give you guys the information, because I can't remember, I can't retain that information in my head at the minute. My head's just full of everything. So it wasn't the biggest loss this week, but I am really over the moon with it. I can't complain. I cannot complain as long as that figure on the scales is going in the right direction. You will not hear me complaining. Another thing that I was actually going to mention was I felt really good this week. This entire week I felt really good, apart from being tired, but that was reasonable. I was working my ass off and doing a lot of heavy lifting and things like that. It was like a proper tired. It wasn't just sluggish tired, or because I was eating crap and the crap was making me just feel sluggish and gross and tired and miserable. I just felt really good this week. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt really healthy and energetic, apart from the end of the day when I was knackered. Felt really energetic and motivated, and this has probably been the best that I've felt the last 3 weeks that I've been on Slimming World, back on Slimming World. This is probably the best that I've felt. Also, a lot of my clothes have started to get loose again. I really need to make a trip to Primark or something and get some new leggings, because those things that I'm wearing are a size medium and they're baggy AF. Honest to God, I'm like a clown with them. They're so baggy at the minute. And I'm also needing some new t-shirts, because I think this is a medium, but this is quite baggy as well on me. Like, a lot of my clothes are getting so baggy, and I love that feeling. Like, I hate that feeling that I've got to go and spend a load more money on clothes. I hate dropping money on clothes, especially at this time of year when a lot of my money just goes into Christmas presents and all the Christmas stuff. But I do love the feeling that all my clothes are getting baggy on me, and yeah, I might look like a little bag lady right now, but I do need to go and get some smaller sized clothes ASAP, because like I said, I look like a bag lady. Anyway guys, that is all I have to talk about this week. Nothing really exciting really. How are all you guys doing on your journeys, whatever the journey is, your weight loss journey, anything, just in life in general? How are you guys doing? I hope you're all staying safe and not getting too down in the dumps about all these new restrictions that are coming into play It feels like it's changing every day, and some of them just feel so ridiculously stupid. Let's not talk about it. I'm not going to get into it. Just hope you're all remaining positive and are doing really well. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.